Episode 569 of the TV Dudes, recorded December 10th, 2025. Abandons. Are we still talking abandons?
No, that's supposed to say that we abandoned talking about the abandons.
Oh, thank God. This is a Heated Rivalry.
Yes. Yes. What is that?
It's gay hockey show.
Oh, yes, gay hockey show. Heated Rivalry is a pretty good title for that, actually. No, people should be calling it that.
Mm-hmm.
I just haven't heard anybody call it that. But
it would be, well, so the run-off there is it's Slapshot. This would be Dick Slapshot.
Yes. God damn it. It's true. But before we hit the ice.
Or some faces.
I'm Les.
And I'm Nick.
And we're the TV Dudes. And you know Dick Slapshots aren't all we watch this week.
Oh my God. To the Patreons.
Indeed.
Over at patreon.com/TVDudes, you can pick the shows we watch at the showrunner level. Or just snag extra episodes each week as we review movies and such. This week, we're talking about Wake Up, Dead Man, the latest Benoit Blanc mystery from Rian Johnson and Co. A Knives Out mystery. Man, the naming convention of that fucking series of movies is all sorts of fucked.
It should be Benoit Blanc Mysteries, and it's not. It's a Knives Out mystery, which makes no sense.
On one level, you don't like. I hate it when things are like, part one or a sequel series of you get one movie under your belt, but there's a science to, hey, if we've now we need this movie to be brand wise, that's the movies they are.
I mean, every couple of years, people want to be able to know, like, is this one connected without it being a mystery or anything, and it is.
In a way that...
I just think it's dumb. It's like they picked the wrong signifier.
I think that, like, because I'm so tuned in, I don't need that, but, like, no, but the general moviegoer needs it to be in the title so that they are not confused. But anyway, we're going now to the Diaries.
Indeed.
The Diaries of the Television Dudes. Brought to you by only the finest cocaine wine.
So, Nick, we've both been house sitting various places this week, oddly, and so did nearly none of our TV watching together. What have you been watching?
What do we watch when we're not let off?
Well, I watched a shitload of Supernatural. I did it all on Lisa's Netflix account, so Netflix now thinks that she loves Supernatural, which will be hilarious. Also kept up with my Paramount shows, Watson, Elspeth, Ghost, Matlock, etc. Landman, which is just a hilarious sitcom I find really amusing. That is not what Landman's supposed to be, but it's hilarious. The probably oddest thing I watched this week, just out of the blue, was the 4-part Sean Combs The Reckoning.
Is that the 50 Cent documentary?
Yes.
Oh man. So
Josh Johnson nailed it. Get you someone in your life that hates you the way that 50 Cent hates.
Man, I don't know where that rivalry started from, but it is.
It's amazing.
I thought, and why I was confused about that, because I thought in the making of it, it was supposed to be called "Did He Do It?"
There's another one.
Oh, there's another one?
I think there's a previous one. This is just like the 4-part Netflix.
So this is just like his arrest part of it.
So this thing's wild. There's so much clearly shot by Diddy's crew. Like no. Sean Combs paid for this part of this documentary.
Yeah.
They eventually say, like in the 3rd episode, for 6 weeks prior to his arrest, he was paying a film crew to follow him around. They got all of that footage after his arrest.
Damn.
Like, all of that became public. And so they got to use, he shot, like the access is insane considering that this is so against him.
It is so all public record now.
He is so mad about it. But it is like, I realized that we eclipsed everything I knew about his life at the end of the 1st episode. Like, I mean, I knew he's still around and he's a billionaire, so he's never going to not be in the public eye. But I didn't think I had heard a new Puff Daddy song in 20 years.
Sure.
Well, no, he's been constantly making music, and they've been on the radio and shit. Like, I didn't realize. And so, like, it's wild. And they carry you. They start at the very beginning when he's like an intern for another for Uptown Records. And like where Heavy D and shit is. That's where he first signed Biggie. And then he gets fired from there, but they let him take Biggie with him and he starts Bad Boy. And like they follow it through all of this. And like for like some people that died at a concert stampede that he promoted. Like every time he's gotten out of a court thing prior, they stack them all up as they go, right?
Oh shit.
So they get to the very end and all of these charges, they only get him on like 2 counts of trafficking for prostitution or something like that, but they don't get him on the rest of the charges. And like these jurors suck. Like they interview.
Well, I hear he's quite slippery.
Indeed, it's way too much lube for baby oil. Like one juror's like, yeah, no, he's a terrible person, but domestic violence was not the charge in front of us. So, like, the video of him just clearly beating the living shit out of Cassie in the hallway is hard to watch, but that's not what he's on charge on. And, like, I'm like, man, that sucks for that juror, but also, they'll sound terrible. The jurors sound awful in this. And then at the end of it, like your high school English teacher told you how to write this argumentative essay, at the end of it, because he beats most of the charges, they then quickly walk back through all of the charges from everything he's ever beaten back to like the early 90s. So that like the end result of watching all of it is like, yeah, no, he beat a lot of court cases, but also, dude, why'd you have to beat a dozen court cases?
Mm-hmm.
Like it very much lands their point of, no, man, we're not just hating him because he's rich.
Right.
He's a terrible person. Everybody who's ever been in, like, they were like artists and everybody. If you've ever worked for him, chances are you don't still. You've been rotated out and you've probably gone to jail.
Damn.
Like almost everybody's either been fucked out of their money or gone to jail for it, but never him.
Yeah.
It's wild. Like it actually just fucking wild. But at the end of it, like 50 Cent's name coming up every time, and all I could think was like, I have an ex-wife. I've never had anyone hate me to level.
Well, what was it? Richardson talking about Matt Gaetz or whatever. That's my nemesis.
Yes, my nemesis. Yes.
Yeah. You know, what like an insane thing for a normal person. Like, oh,
well, and I can kind of like he really at one point when he needed him, he suddenly like turned back to like Brooklyn. That's my people and everything, and like and a bunch of people in these interviews were like, so like him or not like him, he just didn't grow up in the streets. Like his mom was doing okay, and like he was very much like he did fine as a kid, and so I could see where like if you're Curtis Jackson and you've actually been like shot a bunch of times
to a point where that's what your nickname is made up is after,
right? And like that you would not find this dude funny.
No, like
quit. And you can definitely see the point in Combs' career where he starts to believe that he's hard.
Right.
Like, no, man, you've been around a lot of rappers a long time. You actually think you're in this world. You are not. Also, you come out of that documentary pretty sure that he arranged for Tupac and Biggie.
Damn. Okay. He holds
They are really clear that, like, none of that has been there's a disclaimer at the end of every one of them, but, like, man, I will not ever be certain that he did not arrange for both those deaths.
He holds a thing on Biggie's death, right? He holds a celebration on it?
Yep. And by celebration, he flies out a male prostitute to fuck the shit out of Cassie for like 2 days.
What? That's
the
so
interview with
weird.
That dude's wild. It's a fucking crazy documentary, man. It's worth watching. Yeah, it's the crazy. It's probably the craziest thing I watched this week. How about you? What have you been up to?
I watched the latest episode of Mighty Nine, and it made me go back and rewatch some Vox Machina. And I think Mighty Nine has a weird tonal shift of like, oh, on one level, I feel like this is better. They've switched up a lot of the story to have this be actually better flow and written. Mm-hmm. But also, this is more serious than Vox. Like, they're taking this much more seriously than Vox Machina.
I wonder if that might fix it for Randy.
I don't think so. I really think Randy doesn't want what he thinks he wants. Like, every time he's like said, I want a serious D&D thing. Cool, they've tried that, and you haven't liked any of them. And no one does. That would
be Wheel of Time.
Yeah, that's what that is. But it's not like it's not funny, but it's
taken more less.
It's not taking the piss out of it as much as all the comedy seems to be.
Their bard with Mage Hand?
Yeah, Scanlan.
Scanlan.
Yeah. And this time they put all that into one character with Jester as a just dirty-minded cleric that beats things with a lollipop.
Okay.
And like she's the silly one, and everyone else is not like they're not silly, but everything's taken with a real serious tone, which is fine, I guess. I just thought like, oh, this was a way sillier. The campaigns are flipped almost. Like this was a sillier campaign.
But it's coming off as a more serious show.
The one thing that is some of my meta knowledge is ruining it for me. There's a character called Yasha that is my favorite character in that campaign because, well, we'll get into that. She shows up for a minute in the first episode at the very end, and we're 4 episodes in now. This one starts with her, and she's a barbarian, and it just starts to walk up on a garrison of soldiers, and the garrison are just digging ditches, and then they start to see vultures, and they whisper to one another, it's the orphan bringer. And she shows up and is like, the orphan bringer is or orphan maker is a myth. Like she's not real. And then she shows up, big massive chick. Then she just rips that garrison basically apart. I love, and like the lore is such a notorious fighter. There's a flock of vultures that follow her around because they know they will always have a meal.
That's great.
That's cool.
That's just cool.
That's fucking rules. That's the last time we saw her for that episode. And I was like, there's very little of her. And also, she's, they see her at the very end of the episode, the city they're going to has vultures surrounding it now. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, oh, that kind of rips. But the reason I like her in the campaign, she's funny. She's the funniest straight man of like,
and that doesn't come off in the...
No, she's not funny at all. She's not even with the group yet. So she has no one to bounce off of. Like, okay, it's the danger of, it was what I thought the first season would be. When you make an animated show of your D&D characters, you suddenly like, well, my character's really cool. And it starts to become like, okay, but most of this, what we're watching is because it's a funny, irreverent thing.
You can't all be cool.
In the first season, they got defeated by a door because sometimes your rolls go bad. And it's like, God damn it, like even the rogue can't open it. And they're like, this isn't a door, it's a thing of evil. And they just can't, like, can't get defeated by a door.
It just happens. Yeah.
Yeah. And that does
the same way that like sometimes you charge into a room and somebody like throws the luckiest roll ever.
Yes.
And like, just like, I don't know, man, you threw a small rock hammer and killed it.
No. So I think there's still a genuine problem with, like, they're pretty good, and I love 2D animation. There's no 3D animation in this at all yet, which I appreciate. Mm-hmm. So I'm always go for that. But I think there's something holding back both of these shows in a way that first season, I think it was just the speed of, okay, they don't have enough seasons to actually put enough time, I think, in a lot of these things. And this one is, I think they're actually showing how all these characters meet. And I think so that's important, but also, hey, are you going to only have 3 seasons of this? Because then Yasha's not going to be in basically this season until the end. And we start to get to hey, I want Maya Hawke in more Stranger Things, not less.
Right.
Then I watched Last Week Tonight to catch up on it. His thing on police chases was pretty cool.
Yeah, I saw part of that one.
Just to why do we do police chases? We live in a surveillance state.
Absolutely should not.
There's not really...
You will catch that person.
There's a cool, acronym SHARK, I think, for when, the 5 scenarios when it's okay to chase people, and I agree on most of those of okay, kidnapping.
One of those, say the K's kidnapping.
Yeah. Assault or armed assault is like one, and like I forget what the other ones, but yeah, I'm like, okay, yeah, there are some, like, I'm not saying we don't ever, but we really shouldn't be doing this all the time. And if we do, it's fucked up. You can't sue cops for it. Like, qualified immunity is fucked up.
Yeah.
I also caught up, even though I was way behind, I caught up on Welcome to Derry.
I also watched the Black Spot episode this week, which, if Sinners hadn't come out, that'd have been a really impressive oneer through that fire. But of all, like, I didn't love Sinners, but it was, I'm watching what should have been an impressive sequence at about 18 minutes into this week.
In a way.
And I was like, I feel like I literally just saw this.
Also, I can't believe that they didn't pop any guy. Like, they were shooting outside the cabin a lot. I can't believe they didn't pop anybody.
Nobody.
Like, okay, I get that it's the tragedy for the black people, but it's also making all these black soldiers kind of look like dipshits.
Yeah.
That they locked themselves in a room with no exits and were easily shot in the face because they don't know how to duck and cover.
Yeah, and they had guns and stuff. I don't know. The whole episode, like, it encompassed a lot of my problem with the show of, like, this is competently done. Please don't do this. Just stop.
I get organizing a lynch mob, but you, at a certain point, you got to know you're attacking the U.S. military, sort of.
Yeah. And in the book, these things are always shown to be, like, the influence of it. And, like, people going way past, like them beating that boy in the street.
Well, the sheriff, throughout most of the episodes, they portray him as knowing that the guy in the cell probably isn't him.
Right. Like, probably didn't do that. Yeah.
Probably, and he's like, well, I know you weren't where you were. Tell me where you were.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, okay, he doesn't think, but then all of a sudden he's the one leading the mob.
Yeah, and we don't spend time alone with him to show him tip. Like to show it influence him. Also, the main problem of this show is the problem of who owns this property now. Like, Stephen King had a monster that wore a clown face sometimes. But Warner, HBO, whoever makes this, the Muschettis, they have a clown monster.
Yeah.
That does other things. Because I don't like that it's just, I don't mind it stealing Bob Gale's shtick the first time of, like, hey, so I've been doing Be Another Kid, try to lure a kid, and that half-ass works.
Yeah.
Kids come to you.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Because, like, I like that, like, I've been watching people and I don't get why the painted one is different than the dumb one. You know?
Right.
And, like, I don't mind that. But when it appears to the grown man outside the burning nightclub who can't get his car started, why is it still a clown? Or to the to the natives, like, it just, and the answer is that HBO loves that clown and will never let it, like, you know, and he's creepy. Like, I'm not saying that. To me, it would be even cooler to have Skarsgård play it every time, and it be a bunch of different shit.
Sure. Yeah. I could see that.
Because he I mean, they're already putting prosthetics on him to give him, like, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 head, something like that. It's way more than 4. He's got a lot more than 4 head.
To me, I'm honestly on the weird side of it with the producers. It has to be Pennywise. Pennywise, the famous one. He's Skarsgård's performance is best as Pennywise the clown. Everything else he's changed into is kind of half-assed.
I think the problem is that nothing else in the show works like Pennywise.
No,
and I don't know if it's because they won't, like, they don't believe in it either.
I think it's twofold. There's they don't fully believe in it, so they're not putting much effort into it, and also I think there's an inherent, we know how to shoot Bill Skarsgård. We've done this already. Right. Why reinvent the wheel here? Right. Also, so fucking it can turn into a kid and long play them.
I didn't bug out or anything. It long played that.
And I was like, so this is the only time it's ever been managed to do this.
Right.
Ever. And I'm going to guess it will never do this again.
No.
Why?
Yeah. Yeah.
I get that one wasn't effective because it got interrupted by the military guys down there, so it didn't get any of those kids.
But still.
But also, is this thing effective or not?
Right. Because, like, on the one hand, like, we just watched it kill 30 people, and they just took one of the pillars away, and somehow it's less effective the next time we're going to see it.
Right.
Like, I don't know what's going to... that was the penultimate episode, I think. We have, like, one more, and they took that pillar away, which I liked. I didn't mind the military flip of, no, the plan was to always move the pillars closer and pin it tighter. Like, we're gonna make the cage smaller, not just... The taking it away to study it, I was fine with. No, I'm just going to unleash it on the country because Derry seems nice. That's stupid. And again, does not fit with Remar's James Remar.
Yeah.
Does not fit with who he's been this season to me.
Well, he remembered Derry when he came back here, or no, he remembered it during a psyop thing.
Yes, he took acid during an MK Ultra thing.
But people leave Derry and they remember it being bad. No one likes living in Derry.
No, and when he talks about like, and everything's calm and nice afterwards, and like, no nicer than anywhere else.
No, yeah. Also, it killed like less people that die in a car accident every year. Like, yeah, but also we can control this.
Right. Right.
Also, you have no idea what this thing is. You won't know if it gets more food, if it will become more you think it's going to stay at this level.
He knows so little about it that this cannot possibly be his plan.
Him bringing the rock back to study, I was like, okay, this is hubris. He doesn't know how big a deal that is.
Halloran just told you, no, it's asleep, and so you immediately decided, I'm going to study it.
I'm going to study.
Yeah.
That read to me. I was like, okay, yeah.
But when they got back there and they were going to melt it, and I was like, my first thought was, oh, they're applying heat to it just to try to see what... No, they're going to melt it like Terminator 2.
Yeah.
Well, that's just fucking stupid.
That's stupid.
Yeah. I am constantly torn on the, like, no, this feels like writers who read a bunch of Stephen King and are having some fun, but also I hate this. Like, I don't want any of this done like this.
So much of Stephen King is atmosphere and... plot-wise,
walking around with a flashlight shining lights on it is not helping.
No, it's one step above telling a story around a campfire, and you cannot think about the logic of this or don't add more lore on top of this.
Yeah, you really can't think about it. Dick Halloran from The Shining shouldn't be the best thing on this show.
Yeah,
like the dude from The Shining who is not involved in it. Should not be the best thing in this It show to me.
His whole fucking shell-shocked thing, and
I honestly I left it off my diaries because I was like, well, there's no way Nick watched it, and I was like, meh.
I suppose we did watch The Abandons as well a little bit.
So I watched the first episode of The Abandons.
And I was telling you about how I felt about it, and then Fanny came in before she left.
That's what she said. She was like, yeah, Nick and I had a fun moment this morning of both discussing how The Abandons just isn't Deadwood.
Yeah, no, and it's also...
Every time they get off a sort of good line, all it does is remind me that oh yeah, Deadwood was really good. I should go watch Deadwood instead.
Yeah, because where everyone says that...
my tongue is prone to spew fuckery.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, that's pretty... That would be a...
Well, I do about he has a mean way of being happy.
Yeah.
Like, it's just fucking poetry.
I'm beholden to no human cocksucker.
Yeah. You know,
proud owner of a paying fucking gold claim.
Granted, there's a lot more cocksucker than my poetry teacher would probably allow, but...
Right. So everyone in The Abandons has a different accent.
So they have...
What is happening, man? I'm also always torn on, like, I don't know what the line is on prettiness or, like, people's faces just, like their lips looking too nice or their face just looking too nice to be. I know that there were probably people who looked just like us in the 1800s in different clothes.
Good genetics, whatever.
It's probably not real in my head. But there's people who look too modern in their faces. I mean, I don't care what clothes you put them in. They look too modern in their...
No, that comes from a couple more generations of selective breeding.
Well, and all I could think was like, so it was hard to move around the planet back in the day. And I'm probably looking at a higher concentration of like, no, I bet Brits did look different than Spain. Like in a way that we look a little more similar now, maybe. I don't know.
Sure.
Either way, there are some actors on here that I'm like, stop being in a... Is this Freeform or the CW? Why are you in this show?
Patton Oswalt problem gets nixed pretty quick.
Thank
but
Christ.
But also, he immediately strikes out as like, what's he doing here?
Right. No, and I've seen him in like a throwback, like The Heart She Holler. Like, I've seen him in like throwback comedies like this, and like... It immediately I don't mean to like pigeonhole the guy into a certain career or whatever. I don't want to typecast him, but no, he can't be in this.
Lena Headey needs to. You shouldn't give her that Irish accent that she has to work hard on the whole time. It's she's very good, but I can tell that she would be next level good if she wasn't constantly trying to maintain this accent.
Right.
I've seen her be like, quite good.
Yeah. No, I generally love her in everything, and I want to like her here, and I want to like Gillian Anderson here. I also love Gillian Anderson in everything, but it just doesn't click, man.
I told Fanny that I was like, so they never say anything like, yo, the minds are fucked, fam. But also I kind of feel like they wouldn't, that isn't out of the realm of possibility for the next line to be.
Right.
Like,
right.
Their way of speaking isn't modern, but it also isn't old-timey. It feels neutral in a way that is instead of making this going through a script and making the dialogue into old-timey dialogue, they just made the script and took out any modernisms in it, which is different because then you just end up with kind of a neutral style of talking that isn't quite from any time period. And it has a weird tone. Fanny asked me like, so where is this set? And I went, I should know that, shouldn't I? Damn it, that's not good. And I still don't know.
No. Yeah, I just realized when you said it of like,
I don't know.
I don't know. The West.
Yeah, I was like, no, I must know where they've said it. I think. Ah, shit, I don't know where they are.
No. If halfway through The Abandons I realized that it was a post-apocalyptic future, I wouldn't be totally shocked.
I mean, if it was gold,
that's wrong.
If it was gold mines or whatever, I would say that they were in California, but I think it's a silver mine, right?
I think so.
Shit, so I don't really know. Is that the same spot?
Yeah, I know I'm always hit or miss on Westerns. They are not my genre, but damn, this one missed.
Fuck.
Yeah, to start out with like a fucking raid and stuff,
Yeah. No, that raid was pretty cool.
But yeah. I also realized like, oh shit, we're opening with the thing I thought was cool from the trailer.
Mm-hmm.
So this is going to go downhill.
There's a bear attack in the opening of the second one, which is fun.
So yeah, The Abandons can do it. I would say it's a stumble.
Oh no!
So
is that gonna be our new dessert?
No, well, our real dessert will be in a minute. We'll talk
sure.
But yeah, now that Stumble's back, it took a fucking bye week.
Mm-hmm.
We mistakenly, as John Paul pointed out, said that this was on Paramount. I don't even know how my brain did that. That's fucking wrong. Stumble is on Peacock, though someone should tell Peacock that it's amazing because I don't think that
someone should tell Peacock that it's on there.
Yeah, they skipped last week, and we're back this past. It's also the show fucking streams on Saturdays, or I guess it airs Friday and streams Saturday. That's insane.
That's like giving your child the smallest room in the house on purpose.
Like that's a Harry Potter closet. Like what are you doing, Durdsley?
That's fucked up.
Yeah. Like shows get moved there to die.
Is there child abuse laws for shows? Like,
are you allowed to start a show on Friday?
It feels like it shouldn't. There's someone from CPS should come in and figure this out.
No, Dr. Slapbabies, you punched it straight in the face. I saw you. Yeah, so Stumble, Saturdays on the Cock, is a fucking amazing show from the creator of Trial and Error.
Yes.
The Astrovs, Jeff and Liz, siblings, I believe. And fucking hilarious show. God, I love this show. Taryn Killian as her husband, who's had way too much brain damage. Still has a piece of the helmet in there. Just can't forget what you already know, honey. I did. Yes, you did. This show
I can't talk to her. It's like one awkward thing in the elevator. Well, this is my floor.
He just says that randomly in the middle of the conversation. Yeah. So yeah, this fucked up cheerleading show cracks me up when they. Well, possums ate a hole in that. Oh, just flip it over. Oh my god.
Joe.
I need to look up the kid that they adopt, or they've not adopted, but they're that's moved in with them.
Mm-hmm.
So Jen Lyon is the coach that is Courtney Potter. Taryn Killian is her husband, Boone.
Boone.
DeMarcus is fucking hilarious. Peaches, Sally. Sally is the one that absolutely cracks me up. Georgie Murphy.
And they're working on the new flavor of button for the Candy Button Day.
Yep, it's Candy Button Day coming up, and oh man, when she runs through the okay, so we won't have practice next Thursday or next Friday because that's Candy Button Day. Okay,
yeah,
and so we got to get ready. So then Thursday, oh no, that's Candy Button Eve. Well, what about Wednesday? Well, Wednesday it's just closed for anticipation.
Well, yeah.
Tuesday's a travel day.
Tuesday's travel day.
The place is closed on Tuesday anyway. Yeah, the Candy Button Factory cracks me up, but Sally's she's constantly just green or blue, various colors from coming into fucking work, with the goggle mask missing.
Oh man, we get to meet the owner this episode of the Candy Button, and he calls it Hittelstein.
Yes,
oh no,
yes.
Maybe there's a reason that everyone calls this thing a different.
My family left Germany after the war. Were you persecuted? By the end of it.
Yes. Oh no.
Oh no. Oh, make her fly. Yeah. That dude was way too excited and perfect. So this episode coming back because it's Candy Button Day. They've got to put on this big show and everything. I love her trying to figure out how to motivate Peaches. She has her nickname because she clocked a girl with a can of peaches. The nickname stuck, so did the can. With her Hollywood sock. She makes Peaches her new flyer, and I love her trying to figure out how to motivate Peaches. I'm usually good at motivating people, For DeMarcus, it's praise. For Madonna, it's praise for everybody, actually.
It was praise, but I'm going to figure out hers.
And it's insults. But when she meets, this time we meet Vicky, Peaches' older sister. Played by Busy Phillips.
Oh, no.
I love Busy Phillips anyway. She's fucking hilarious.
Well, it's been a minute since Girls 5 Ever, right?
And we, you and I did the same thing. You keep thinking that the bit is going to be that she's just constantly won't admit that she's not her sister, but it's clearly her mom.
Yeah, no, I think the bit...
it is so much funnier that it's genuinely her sister who's only 2 years older than her. So Busy Phillips is 20 and she's 18.
They're on her license and everything. I don't oh shit. I don't think this is a bit.
When she's Busy Phillips hands Peaches a beer and she's not old enough to drink, so neither am I.
Bye.
Could you just please wear some more sunscreen or
if
something?
I become a flyer, what will my sister do? I probably what she's doing now, with hopefully more sunscreen.
Oh, God damn.
How are you?
Stop hitting on her. She's half your age. Yeah. Honestly, the show, I'm so glad that the whole cast is funny enough that I don't mind that we have episodes where I don't see Kristen Chenoweth. The show's got a deep bench of goofs that I could get a kick out of.
Well, her husband and Sally bond over Ace Ventura.
When her favorite movie, Ace Ventura: When Nature Calls. It's the the only video they had at the orphanage or some shit, and so she's seen it 500 times. When he's yeah, I know, I love the first one. There's a first one. I'm about to blow your mind. But
does he get birthed out of a rhinoceros?
He does not. But there's still some good bits. Man, Boone trying to figure out how to talk to her. It just Taron Kiley kills this, absolutely crushes this. I honestly, dude, never really stood out to me on SNL. Is really coming into his own as goofy bearded husband. Yeah, absolutely love Stumble. Please go watch this over on Peacock on Saturdays. Holy shit, no one is. It's just us.
Help us save a show.
Help us save the show. I don't know that it's in danger, but I feel like it is. You just want to protect it. I want to adopt this show. It's my Sally. I'm going to end up watching Ace Ventura with Stumble. All right, well, now feels like a good time to get into our show of the week. Not The Abandons, which ended up being a boring Western, but Heated Rivalry.
AKA Dick Slapshot.
Canada-Russia final showcasing the two most talked about prospects in the world. Canada's Shane Hollander.
Shane Hollander, I wanted to introduce myself.
Okay.
And Russia's Ilya Rozanov.
You're an awesome player to watch.
Yes.
Very good at hockey.
The best, probably.
We will be seeing each other a lot.
Yeah, Boston and Montreal play against each other often.
Roz, you gotta see this.
He's like a huge movie star.
Are there any gay hockey players?
None that have said it publicly.
This is such a bad idea.
What this?
A gay hockey show. I had no less than 3 people recommend this show to me. John Paul, I think, was one of them from our Patreon listeners. But I want to say everybody referred to it as the gay hockey show.
Sure.
Like I actually reached out to my friend Crystal and was like, the show you were telling me about. What is it
I
really
dream
called?
of a day less where when someone says you should watch the gay hockey show, they have to say which one.
Yes.
That's my dream.
This one is the one created by Jacob Tierney for Crave, little Crave and Misbehave, based on Rachel Reed's novel series Game Changers. Of course, they're not going to call the show that because Disney would sue the fuck out of them. This series stars Hudson Williams, Connor Story, and Francois Arnaud and Callan Potter. It follows 2 rival professional hockey players, Canadian Shane Hollander, played by Williams, and Russian Ilya Rozanov, played by Story, whose on-ice animosity conceals a passionate, secret romance. Jacob Tierney, of course, you know from Letterkenny. He plays Pastor Glenn, but he also executive produced the series and wrote and directed.
Yeah, no, he's behind the scenes a lot of them.
Yeah, he's the other co-creator of that. He's the other big player in Letterkenny.
Is he himself actually gay?
Don't know.
Otherwise, I think Glenn might be a hate crime, but I'm not sure.
Yes, he is openly gay.
That's what I thought. That makes Glenn okay. Oddly enough.
So, I believe Tierney was with the whole crew at ATX Fest when I got to meet all of them. This show very, like, on the one hand, in the way that differently, but in the way that Shoresy extended the Letterkenny, like, you guys learned some lessons and then took it towards Shoresy. Shoresy's the let's have Letterkenny's comedy grow up into a real sitcom.
Yeah. This
is let's have Letterkenny's things we learned grow into a dramatic show that gets this show lands like real emotional chemistry connection moment over and over. The
only Letterkenny DNA left over here is the fact that the dialogue is very sharp and it has a it's slower. There's not the patter,
right?
But there is everything they say is very intentional. There's no ad-libbing in this.
No, and it is still funny. Like, people still say some funny stuff, but yeah, it doesn't have that patter. It's not like it's Letterkenny, but it also, you can tell Jacob Tierney, like, but there's something there.
In the way every word in Letterkenny is specifically chosen so it matches the patter, this is specifically chosen, each word, for maximum impact.
Right, to build whatever tension, awkward, we can't shut up.
Right.
That. So this is all set in like 2012 to 2014 or so. They're at like the Sochi Winter Olympics and such. Jumps around in time a lot. Not around. These 2 guys only see each other. One plays for Montreal, one plays for Boston. These are fictional teams. It's the Major League Hockey, MLH.
Well, also one's from Russia and has to go back to play there for the Olympics every once in a while. Like,
or go home for the summer.
I like that they show that they also play for like Olympic teams in the off season or whatever. Like,
and like, this is, even though they're pro hockey players, like, this is Hollander's dream. It's like, no, the Olympics, man. And so they only see each other. We get this relationship in blips. Like, they have a moment on the ice and they run into each other at a fundraiser or a benefit or a dinner.
They start with they're about to play each other in some sort of before the draft happens for the NHL, and he's like, "Oh, I just want to introduce myself." And like, "Yeah, so you did it. So what?"
Yeah, fuck you. Yeah, like, and yeah, man, Rozanov is a dick, but in a
Rozanov classic bad boy style of like the in your face, I'm the best hockey player, and Hollander is the stereotypical good boy of the hockey of like always it supports the team and like, oh, it doesn't matter to me the competition even though it super does.
This could straight up be Maverick and Iceman the series.
And so like he beats them in that game handily,
Mhm.
and he becomes number 1 draft pick, and Hollander's number 2, and it starts they're number 1 and number 2, so they do a lot of pictures together,
Yeah.
and like
And the press wants to play up the rivalry, so like
Yeah.
like at one point they have to give an award, and there's a very scripted. They've already fooled around at this point, and like, but it's
Yeah.
a very scripted like "fuck you" kind of
Yeah.
back and forth. And the other thing that lives on from Letterkenny in this is that there's an insane amount of talk about hockey in this show.
Oh,
and
yeah.
very little played hockey, which is fine.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say that it might take a minute to come back to the traditional sports movie, or I suppose
Let's just fill this arena with extras. And
sports TV shows have never really have had a budgetary constraint like this before, but COVID. So Chad Powers basically showed to me too of like, this works different when you have to justify every crowd scene.
even with Eli Manning producing this motherfucker, which is how they got access to some stadiums in Chad Powers.
Yeah, and so some of this is intentional because you want the show to feel intimate between these two people.
Right.
Even when they're in a room filled with other people, they all fade into the background.
Yeah.
It's really
Yeah.
only about these two. So some of that is just inferred intimacy, but some of it is that, oh, they don't really actually have a arena that they can go.
Right. When
Shut
they
up.
get to the end of the season, and things you don't care about if you're having a good time, I'm loving everything else about the show enough that I didn't care about the fact that, like, are they huge and famous? Did we play enough hockey for me to know if y'all are any good? By the end of the 3rd episode, I have seen they've been consistent enough in the world to see Hollander's ads in the background and Rosenoff, and that it's sinking in that, like, no, these guys they're just young, but they are the phenoms. The older guys are like, fuck you, kid.
Yeah, he ends up playing for Rosenoff plays for Boston and Hollander plays for Montreal.
Yeah.
And they play each other a lot in the season. Like there's the kind of like in the no show or whatever, like there's teams you play a lot in before you go to playoffs.
Yeah.
And
I love Rosenoff's you can tell like his beard in back in Russia, like the girl that definitely knows what's up because she's in the bathroom with the coach's son and who he used to fool around with, and like you know that like she's the girl that helped him keep it covered. But she is the hockey nerd.
Also, I think, but she did come to his house and seemed to be looking for sex. I think Rosenoff might be bi.
I think he's bi.
Or at least was fucking her to at least
I think they've had a threesome or something.
To skate in Russia.
Yeah.
Pun
But
intended.
she runs down like real quick of like, oh no, you play so-and-so and then you play such and such and then so-and-so loses such and such and then they're going to fade out here, but they don't have a goalie, so they're going to fold here.
Yeah.
And then she runs it all out and was like, that's how you win the cup this year, which is a year earlier than I bet my dad you would, so do that.
I love the back and forth.
And he does.
Yeah, I love the back and forth on because he's number 1 draft pick, Hollander's number 2. So it's like in the pictures of like, hey, could you smile for us, please? Yeah, sure, I guess.
Yeah.
So but they play some games, and then there's the MVP awards, and his team actually kicks the shit out of them that year, and he like rallies, and he becomes MVP, like or Rookie of the Year. Sorry, like Rookie of the Year or whatever, basically. And and then it's kind of like in Hollander's court for there's a push and pull of who's on top.
Right.
And I think it's after that it reads to me, Rosenoff thought he was cute until Hollander beat him at something. And then he got real interested.
Yeah.
Like there is so I, not being a huge sports fan, I have always read in football, soccer, hockey, or any like macho sports. I've always read some homoeroticism into it.
Right. I mean, we are a society that does not give manly men any other way for physical contact.
So I've always, rightfully or not, have always been like watching
like attaboys are always weird, right?
But also I love the fact that like, oh god, I hate him so much. Like, yeah, you must really hate Rosenoff. Yeah, all I want to do is kiss him. Like,
yeah,
what?
No, there's a very like Anna Kendrick pitch perfect.
You know, when you hate someone so much, you imagine what their lips feel like. No, wait, what? Rosenoff comes in hot and heavy.
He's had more experience.
Recommend
Hollander.
recommending they do a shoot together. So they end up in the same city. They do that face off, and they can't face each other and do that face off thing.
They finally have to find we've got it.
I think we've got
crack up.
They get the giggles, and they are so.
It is genuine. Like
their chemistry.
They sell a genuinely sweet relationship to me. Well, not sweet, but like real chemistry.
Later, when they figure out when they have to text each other and give each other, girls' names, and I love that someone clocks Rosenoff like, man, who is this girl you have in Montreal, man? Like every time you come here, you blush. No, I have not done this. I am
Russians
Russian.
never blush.
Not one time has it happened. Not in history.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, buddy.
I thought like that was like.
No, I'm Russian. We don't blush. Yeah.
That was funny.
Yeah, this show has a sensate amount of like I bitch about sex scenes in almost every movie. This show has a holy shit amount of sex scenes.
Yeah.
But also they are core and like crux to the character development and the story. Like they need to be here, and they are cut exceptionally well, in my opinion.
It's not often I will say this, but
they feel intimate, but also they're not really showing much.
Well, the escalation into anal sex is actually a marker of their relationship.
Yes, and it takes a year and a half or so, like a year, I think.
In a way that I'm like, also this seems to be justifying so that they can rail one another at a certain point and escalate this. But also actually this tracks on how their relationship and him admitting that he has a dildo and like, ooh, that was a thing he shared with him that like that was fun. Also masturbating for him was a like, oh, this feels.
The night that he won the cup though, like that was intimate and hot and different.
Rosenoff then made it all about him, Hollander. Like, I want to watch you.
Yeah. While also making it their relationship the other amazing thing to me about this show is not just that it's insanely sexual and actually pulling it off, no pun intended. But also that their relationship is not a standard male and female relationship where we just cast two dudes.
Yeah,
like most of my life, the growth on television, like progressiveness on television, has been like, oh my god, we finally just cast a woman in a man's part. Isn't that progress? And
the Jane Lynch's of the like,
right?
Okay, we just use Jane Lynch instead of a dude,
right? It's not nothing.
That's not nothing, yeah.
But it's not all the way there. And these two hyper competitive, raised in a pressure cooker sports guys,
in every other way in their life, they are actually very stereotypical cis men. And well, like what your idea of a masculine like John Wayne-ness,
but yet in their gay relationship, they bring that same. There's that same hyper competitive sport dude to their flirt. In a way that I don't think I've ever really seen explored quite like this.
There is
I didn't watch like L Word and stuff. But
well, in my day job as a as a smut narrator, I'm a little bit more averse to this, and like why this is making such a big splash right now is because people love certain dynamics in these certain things, and one of them is. And normally I see this there's sports romances, which is usually either a coach and a player, or coach's son and a player, or two players. And if it's two players, they have to be opposing players or on the same team, but they didn't used to be.
Right.
There's a rivalry element. Everyone loves rivals to lovers. And because there's a warrior's respect of like, oh my god, you're the only. I
don't like you, but I can't quit you.
There's like a samurai thing of it, like you're the only one that can defeat me. That means I must have you.
Yeah,
you're the only one worthy.
No, and I absolutely get that. At least from Rosenoff, like you get that vibe that like no. The only reason like no one else on Earth really counts.
That's my headcanon right now, but that's why I think he was like okay with like he's cute or whatever, but
right.
Didn't really get interested until his team beat him and got that MVP and was like,
and then at one point he goes like 3 months without answering one of Hollander's texts or something like that.
Well, he gets Rosenoff. He has his own thing going on with his dad in Russia, and like
his brother's a piece of shit. His dad's losing his mind.
Brother, and So because he gets scared during one of those talks, he just doesn't answer that text because his flight gets delayed and he doesn't end up there. And rather than saying he's sad he didn't get to meet him, he can't bring himself to say that. So rather, he just doesn't text him for 3 months.
Just ghosts him for 3 months. Yeah.
Because he can't say, I'm sorry I missed you.
And when you can see, you can see the moment when Hollander realizes, oh, fuck, I really like this guy. I'm about to get hurt.
Oh, yeah. No.
Like, you can see the moment when and we've all had that moment where you realize on a date at some point that, like, oh, crap, this person has hooks in me, and if they leave, I'm actually going to get hurt now. Fuck, when did that happen? Fuck.
Right. Well, they know, like, Rosenoff just doesn't care, but Hollander going up into that room that first time was like, this is a bad idea.
Right.
Like, there's no way this ends well.
This is you can see why this is a staple of how you build these structurally, like you said, like how you got to be rivals, they got to be like.
Well, he's perfect.
You can see why this works.
He's perfect, but he doesn't have the level of confidence in himself that Rosenoff has. The confidence in himself that he wants.
Yes.
Yes. Like he God, Rosenoff is such a dick, but he wants the ability to say fuck you to everybody.
But Hollander's somehow a little more healthy and okay with him. Like, even though he's still just as closeted as Rosenoff.
Yeah.
But like Rosenoff's cigarettes are a self-loathing.
Rosenoff, his disregard with his safety, comes from a rebellion against his father.
Yes, I would like to be hurt and not ever play hockey again because fuck my dad.
Hollander having like a family that is supporting him, obviously not knowing he's gay, but obviously being on the other end of it, like hyper supportive. Hey, you got to wear the
Reeboks.
You got to wear the Reeboks.
Yeah, Rolex called back. You know.
Which is, I would say, is another form of like, okay, you're getting a little too much on the other.
Oh my gosh!
But streets ahead of fucking fucking what's his dad's name? I'm sure Alexi or some fucking douchey thing. But he comes up and is just like, "Why you missed 2 goals?
No leadership. What are they teaching? Oh, the team didn't click. What is click?
What is click? You
That's
team
American bullshit.
Which is weird because I'm like, you do get that they play like 50 games of hockey in the season.
Right.
They're gonna lose some. The dream team lost like in playoffs.
But like all of the narrative in the media, like around that episode, is that Russia collapsed early and it's so embarrassing for this phenom. Yeah. You know, like, But then also he realizes in that conversation that his dad's not really following. Like, who tied this for you? Your mother? And like,
yeah,
no, Dad,
Mom's dead. And like
we should go to the ballroom, and then he just goes ahead and like. For the award that I'm like, he just fills in for his dad. Like, I know you don't know why we're here.
There is a sadness to Alzheimer's and dementia in a way, but also what's extra sad about that is that you're locked in a time period where, even if my father was capable of growing and changing, he can't now.
It'll slip. Yeah. And
will
his
slip back into the.
I don't know what his brother's all into, but he's tracksuit.
Well, his older brother is so butthurt about his younger kid brother being the one famous one. And I'm like, man, if this dude isn't connected with the mob in some way, I'm gonna fucking eat my.
Or betting on your games.
Not to be racist about it.
No,
but
he's
like,
definitely gonna ask you to shave points at some point.
But he's gonna fucking ask you to shave points off a game for real. But also he mentioned something to Dad, like Dad's calling me. What does he say that the brother is like, yeah, Dad's just Dad, and then he says something and even the brother's like, well, fuck Dad, then has his back on it. What did he say? God damn it.
Yeah, I was in the first episode.
I think I wrote a note on it, but I don't know my notes here. But there was a point where like he said something that his dad did, which I didn't understand, like must be code or something that his dad does when.
I thought it was I can't remember what it said, but I thought that was a memory slip of like he said he was with so and so. And I thought that was just the brother papering over it.
I thought it was like don't be too hard on Dad. He's hard on you.
Yeah.
And then he said something like Dad did this or whatever. Well, then fuck Dad. And like he said reminded me of this, and I'm like, oh, I think it was a childhood memory of like Dad's really on your case, and like there was a moment of solidarity of the brothers. Like we both kind of know that like
grew up with this guy.
Yeah, but anyway, I really like.
So the first few episodes like jumped. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I really like how they escalate things, and the time jumps are so weird, considering that their relationship has not escalated as much, considering they're texting one another, but they really can't see each other but so often.
Mm-hmm. And it's there's a lot of time jumps, but they're all like you're just kind of moving forward like game to game when they see each other or at whatever event, and so yeah, there's a lot of time jumps, but their relationship is still linear. It just takes tiny moves really far apart from each other. But I really liked across the first 2 episodes how it's building, and I'm excited in the episode, I guess, coming out this Friday to see the next move with them.
I also noticed that Rosanoff is much more comfortable being open with Hollander when he's in America or Canada. Sorry, I should say.
Oh yeah,
because when he tries to go up to when he's over by Russia to support
even his figure skating friend.
His figure skating friend.
No. Even like no. Don't even talk to me in this building. Get the fuck away from me.
And which that he's gonna like at some point Rosanoff is gonna bust Hollander's balls about being so secretive and like fuck you, man.
No, because man, if he'd kept talking to him there at some point in Russia, Rosanoff's gonna punch you in the face.
Right.
He's gonna have to.
Yeah, and
like you can see
even like the friends like oh man, that's some brave shit for your friend to do, and it's like, well, what do you mean? Like, well, nothing for nothing, but I'm just assuming your friend's gay, and this is
Olympic level figure skating,
and this is fucking Russia, and I don't know, man.
I wouldn't be out and gay here.
Yeah, fuck.
And of course, at that table is one of the old guard, like the guy who, when they're in like a puck shooting competition,
breaks their record,
breaks Scott Hunter's record, and like
and
that right after
that table. Right after Rosanoff breaks the record, Hollander comes in.
Yeah, man, I'm glad that Russian dude.
I love the announcers. Like, it felt like it should have been the Shoresy announcers.
Yes, absolutely.
And now this theme's bowl is Hollander versus Rosen. I'm sorry,
I'm honestly not sure that Tierney's not an announcer in both. Because he's an announcer in Shoresy.
I'm sorry. I actually meant it was North America versus Europe. But it's like the media loves this rivalry to play it up.
Yeah.
But yeah, the rules are different in Russia in a way that Rosanoff thinks being in America in 2014 is basically like, well, that's basically being gay is no big deal here.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you don't get outright beat to death in an alley for it, I guess.
Right.
But it's not.
But Hollander is still deeply afraid of like coming out of the closet.
Well,
then we get that 3rd episode.
Those fears are solidified when we see that 3rd episode, which does a Mythic Quest style, showing a different relationship. So now, I thought the chemistry between the 2 leads is very good, and the rivalry torments has some intense energy. My personal favorite is the teddy bear take care of me, and I've like for whatever reason I find that infinitely cute.
Yeah.
And so in the 3rd episode, when that starts with the Scott Hunter,
yeah. Well, like so Rosanoff and Hollander's relationship is like a first big relationship for both of these guys who are very young.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's the love of their lives.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think it's honestly that healthy.
Right. Well, or it's a thing that is evolving because of proximity.
Yeah.
They're not looking. If they find love, they weren't looking for it.
No. And
Scott,
I think both these guys are going to learn a lot about themselves, and they're both going to get hurt in this.
I thought
Scott's in a different place.
Scott was genuinely sweet,
man,
in a way that he asked him to. I want you to be here after I'm done with practice, and then when I'm done with the game, I want you to be here too.
So in the 3rd episode, we cut to following Scott Hunter. And I love that he's one of the characters that they've been like that Hollander's been cagey and hiding like what do you mean by that? I'm not like just all but yelling no homo at Hunter a couple of times.
Because in Hunter's just has some gaydar trying to like suss out like
and I kind of wondered like, man, I think Hunter might know or suspect. Like Hunter's when they were talking about I wouldn't be gay in Russia, I felt like Hunter was watching Hollander. And then after the 3rd episode, at the time I was thinking he's watching Hollander because he suspects Hollander's gay. But then I realized, no, he's watching Hollander because he's worried about his own secret. And this is the brilliance of this show, I think, is this 3rd episode of showing that this hurts everybody.
Yeah.
This worrying about it means that you are gay next to a gay friend of yours, and neither of you can talk about it.
This is the don't ask, don't tell of sports.
Yeah.
And
so we watch Hollander have this meet cute moment with this guy at the smoothie place, blueberry with extra banana, which is just, oh my gosh. And then, man, when he leaves, they're like, girl.
Man, his coworker, girl.
Nah, he wasn't flirting with me. Girl.
Yeah. I love that whole her whole contribution was girl in different intonations.
Right.
Like,
Dude.
Was that Scott Hunter? Girl.
Yeah. So then he comes in he wins that night. And like they've been doing like sports announcement that like Hunter's been on, like this guy's supposed to be the badass and at the top of his career, what the fuck's wrong with him? He's tanking games. And then he wins. So, being a superstitious sport weirdo, he comes back and gets the same smoothie again.
Yeah.
And Kip's working there again. And, like, he keeps saying my name. I don't know, man. It's...
Kip.
Like...
Kip. He's like, can we stop talking about my dumb name? You said it like... It's like, man, everyone says my name and it sounds dumb when everyone else says it, but when he says it...
Somehow, it's working.
He puts a little emphasis on it, like, Kip.
Yeah. So, they have a lot of flirt. And, man, also... Kip's relationship with his dad is adorable.
Oh.
Kip's dad's adorable.
Kip's dad is like...
This episode is... It felt very Mythic Quest in that, like, did you just put a whole movie in this episode?
I feel like if Kip was a serial killer, his dad would still be supportive and being like, are you sure you got all the victims?
All right, yeah, buddy.
like... You always got to remember to get rid of DNA evidence. All right, you're my best specialist boy. Like, there's that level of parent of like, wow. Yeah. So you're like,
did you ever see the movie Ginger Snaps?
Ginger Snaps is exactly what I was thinking out of my brain.
Virgin is like, so well, I guess we go on the road.
Yeah, no, like
just me and my daughters. They're serial killers. Okay.
So there is some people that do have unconditional love.
Right,
like
right.
That is
it
like
is the mom in Ginger Snaps.
Mom in Ginger Snap and like,
best friends will help you move or whatever. Friends will help you move. A best friend will help you move a body.
Yeah. Like fucking but yeah, he has a soul support system with his friends that are, because he's out.
Yeah. No, like, he's living out. He goes to a gay bar, the Kingfisher, which he's turned into a hockey bar because he's now watching all Scott's games.
Right. They all have to pretend they don't like, and like, man, I know you're fucking that guy. Like,
no, he just comes and gets smoothies from me.
Oh my god,
dude, how do we have to pretend this? This
like
sucks.
We have to pretend that I don't know you're fucking this guy. Like but yeah, they have a meet cute at another meet cute at a thing he's working at, fundraiser, and like that at that point, Scott Hunter's like, this is destiny. I got to shoot my shot. Do you want to go to this place? The line's too long. And it's like, oh,
order in.
It's probably not worth it. I mean, we don't even have to do this. Do you want to order in? Like, I love that when they get up there, he's got his shirt off and it's like, do you want the tour or
nope. or I choose or. But then also they do the traditional gay relationship of your second date is at U-Haul. As you move in together.
Well, he's so straight. I mean, I'm too intense. I always get this, but I'm just saying what I want. And what he wants is he doesn't want to hook up in a hotel room.
Yeah.
And forget about you. Like, he wants some level of normalcy in his life.
Well, and Kip's already apologizing for like, I'm sorry I woke up and went through your fridge and was going to make a smoothie. I was trying to be cute, but I realized now it looks like I've just been rifling through your apartment and I'm not trying to.
Right.
Like, you can tell Kip's used to having to leave.
Right.
Especially when it's clear the other dude's not out.
Kip's used to being the clinging one.
Right.
Seems to be. And Hunter is like, you think you're clingy.
And you can see how bad Scott, like, needs this.
He needs some
how
level.
Much his life is killing him.
He needs some level of normal. He wants a domestic, I want to come home to someone.
Right. He's so lonely.
He's
like,
he's lonely.
The lie is so lonely. He wants someone to live in the closet with him.
In a way that I was like, he's making me really sad. Like, it's deeply tragic in a way that, and he was straight up about he would have to be a secret.
Right.
And it's unfair to ask that, but also it's not fair for him to be alone. Like,
right.
It's
like,
sucks.
And
like,
Kip does it for as long as he can. And honestly, Kip, it's his friend, Kip's friend that outright says it to him, like to Scott at the dance. It's like one of Kip's girlfriends that's like, hey, so he will probably do this for as long as you
Yeah.
but it is killing him.
Yeah.
And I love that she says something that no one's actually said to Scott before. Kip deserves sunlight, so do you. You deserve to be out of the closet too. You think it'll be worse, it will be better. You are so lonely and hurting so bad, dude.
There's another show where he goes to that art installation and they come back and they have a big fight about it.
Man, as soon as he walked into I was like, this is too far. He's gonna flip out. And you can see him in the glasses and nope.
Another show where they would have a big fight about it.
No,
they come back sad. and he says, I wanted to be okay with it.
It's so sad.
He wanted to not be afraid.
He never throws it back in him of he never says the shitty thing of well, you didn't want it bad enough.
Right. No, what's messed up,
which is true,
which is
shitty.
Which is so cute about it was that this is a relationship that falls apart through no one's fault. It doesn't fall apart because of a big argument or a misunderstanding. It's just two people that can't work with a thing that they want, that incompatible at that time.
And yes, I realize that Scott should come out.
Scott should come out
for healthy reasons, for relationship reasons, for
2014.
But he isn't
so
insane.
Look, I'm not saying
for recognizing that this is going to hiccup at least.
So
your entire life.
I want to say at least he won't be captain of that team anymore if this comes out. And like you were saying, what they not guarantee that they won't, for some reason, bounce him by the end of the season.
Right. For him to come out, I would think you would hire a manager to roll that out.
Yeah, the tragedy of his life is that
maybe I'm insane. Because I also was super paranoid about. I mean, shit. I was a grown-ass person when I told my parents I was fine.
He loves hockey, and hockey's a sport you could apparently play for a while. There's a decade of hockey play that you could put in before having to retire or whatever. And he, loves hockey. That's what he wants to do. But also, he should be able to play do his dream and have a relationship, but he can't do it. And it's in a way that you knew if he gave up hockey to be with Kip, he would also be sad and miserable.
It would not work. And Kip knows that.
Because they even have a scene of I get that that's your family, your team. Because he's an orphan and he got through the program of a scholarship because his parents died, his hockey team became family, but they're a family that can't
really
accept.
Be honest with. And the other people that he feels he owes forever and cannot ever abandon are super Catholic.
Yes.
And but also I think I'm really impressed by the end of it that it is tragically sad. And when Kip sits the drink back down and I can't share a drink with you tonight, I can't be here and do this. But Kip isn't shitty about it.
No.
It's just he might as well have said I love you, but I just can't do this anymore. I've hit the end of the amount of this I can do.
It ends in a way that has no dialogue, but reads in such a beautiful that birthday he goes to at the bar, and Scott's on the outside, and you can almost tell that Scott's there. He wants to go in. He actually came there to see if he could go inside.
Yes.
This was his running to the airport to try and save this. If I can go inside, maybe I can save this.
Then I can save this.
And he gets there and he can't go in. And he has to leave. And it's I
can't wait to see what the 4th episode of this series is.
Yeah.
Because I want to say that Hollander's life is going to change for knowing Scott and vice versa.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hoping that they eventually find out about each other or at least parallel grow together. I don't know. I'm excited to see
at some point
where the real emotional relationships of this show go. Plus, it's just a lot of sexy scenes.
Hollander is just at a different point in his life. Scott's at the point where something's going to give for him. This loneliness. He was lonely before.
He wasn't playing well because of this loneliness.
Yeah.
Being in the closets was fucking his play up.
Yeah, what's his name in Ted Lasso?
Yeah, absolutely.
And he not having Kip in his life now is not going to help that. He will feel more lonely than he did before.
Yeah.
And so I feel like he's going to come out in a way that will help Hollander try and accept some things about himself as well. because there's a testosterone and like, male fucking ego John Wayne fucking sport, and yet I like that it shows all these people that are athletes that are unbelievably sensitive and have huge emotional depths and are really going through some struggles.
Yeah.
Like this is a big deal with a lot of pressure that's going on with them.
It's also a show about how these sports provide you with connection and team and everything. Like it's not nothing.
It's not
but
nothing.
Also, these guys are all hemmed in by the idea of masculinity.
Yeah, there's a caveat that it puts on you.
Like these guys are all lonely for having to try to do this.
Yeah, I noticed Jared Kesso is not in a bit role or any of this because I was wondering
that too.
I suspect Jared Kesso does not. He doesn't have a problem with gay people, but also like doesn't.
I'm honestly was curious about that as well.
I would think Shorzy and Letterkenny make me think that. Well, I don't understand why. There's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with hockey culture. There's nothing wrong with sports culture or whatever. Like sports culture doesn't have to change. And I'm like, I think it should change a little bit so that people feel like comfortable with being themselves and not performatively heterosexual.
Apparently, Tierney reached out to the author of the novel series back in 2023 to discuss adapting the books, and has been chasing this for a couple of years. Really wanted to do this next.
Man, watch shifter romances be the next thing that come in, baby.
Man, Grazillionaires.
I didn't want to be the alpha of the pack, but
I was just a rich billionaire shifter bear. She was a young college student. Yeah, it writes itself. Well, that's probably going to wrap it up for us this week. Tune in next week. I don't want to say we're going to talk about Fallout if it's not going to be out, but I think Fallout...
Is that for a minute? I'm just like, man, it writes itself. Can we make it stop?
Can we make it stop? I believe next week we should have one episode of Fallout Season 2 to talk about.
All right.
And we will attempt to talk about it for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And until then...
TV dudes. Oh, TV dudes do not blush. This has never happened.
So, you're not gonna tell anyone about this, are you?